In this video, I'm going to be discussing how a war between Israel and Iran could hit your wallet. But before I do, welcome to the quietest ones in the room with your host, Trey. I gotta say it, just the fact that you've clicked onto this video and you're listening to the sound of my voice, you by far are the most intelligent people on the face of the planet. So once again, thank you for joining me. Most Americans think a war in the Middle East won't affect them. But if Israel and Iran go to a full-blown war, it will reach your pocket, especially if you're in the middle class and working class in America. And so one may ask, in what areas will it affect them? And so what I want to do is I want to break it down in the categories in which it could affect you. And if you're talking to someone, you'll be able to outline to them how it will affect them. See, Iran is a major producer of oil. Iran controls access to the Strait of Hormuz, where about 20% of the world's oil passes through. So that means that gas prices at the pump would definitely spike. So the average American who has to commute to work, or who has a small business, or who's a part of the gig economy, whether we're talking Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Amazon Flex, your wages would certainly be affected because gas prices would be higher. What you're able to take home would be affected because the gas prices are higher. And so we could see as much as another $1 of an increase in oil prices. Number two, inflation could get worse. When gas and energy go up, everything else follows. That means groceries, shipping, heating, they all rise. And guess who feels it the most? Not the top 1%. It's people like you and I, the middle class, the working class. So inflation, obviously being a hidden tax, would certainly be on the rise as the tensions in the Middle East rise. Number three, interest rates could stay high. See, the Federal Reserve, for this year at least, everyone's been asking, when is the Federal Reserve going to cut rates? And the Federal Reserve has not done so. And it's looking as if they won't. So the Federal Reserve, in a climate with Israel and Iran at war, might delay interest rate cuts if inflation rises more. Now, they could also reverse course. We don't know. But interest rates could just go higher. That means higher credit card bills, car loans, mortgages. Everything is just more expensive. So the fears that many people have that this country is becoming more and more unaffordable would likely continue to be an issue with the war between Israel and Iran. Number four, the job market could definitely cool off. See, the stock market, if you know anything about economics or remember past times when we've been in wars with other countries, the stock market hates war, quote unquote, hates. See, volatility could lead companies to slow hiring and freeze wages. So when these companies report their earnings and they mention the effects of inflation and the effects of interest rates, that could cause some stocks to lose their value and affect portfolios. And with all the layoffs we've been seeing already this year, we could see even more layoffs with the war taking place in the Middle East. Your retirement accounts might take a hit. And if you're a small business owner, investor confidence could drop. Number five, government spending shifts. If the U.S., which I hope it doesn't, the Trump administration has said that they don't want to get involved, but if they get involved, even indirectly, expect more military spending. That often means cuts to social programs like health care or education. or it adds to our national debt, which we've heard over and over is ballooning. And that puts pressure on interest rates and the taxes that would be applied on you, not the top 1%. And so the bigger picture here is that if things escalate beyond just Israel and Iran, and the U.S. gets pulled in, and Hezbollah and others, we're not just talking about economics anymore. We're talking about troops, long wars, and more uncertainty. And that's a heavy cost for working families like you and I. So this isn't about politics, it's about real life. Maybe you're listening, you're in the middle class, you're in the upper middle class. You're making less than $50,000 a year. This is a bad scenario. Because more than anything right now, you need more money. You need lower taxes. You need inflation to stop rising. You need lower interest rates. So if you don't think that this is going to affect you in a negative way, and you can stay on your corner on that side, and they can stay on their corner on that side, whatever political views you have, no matter who you are, given that the majority of people in this country make less than $60,000, the majority of people in this country will certainly feel the pain of an Israel and Iran war. But anyway, please share your thoughts in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe. I want to thank each and every one of you for continuing to check out this content. You certainly keep me motivated. And as I always say, ladies and gentlemen, until next time.